Hi guys, I'm Alvarado here with ModaMob. If you guys can't wait to get this Kim Kardashian look, please keep on watching. What I noticed from her look was that she didn't have that big of a heavy smoky eye or anything like that. She kind of had more of a gold tone eye. So in the palette, I am going to be using this bronzy color right here. And I'm going to be applying Fix Plus with it just so that it does stick a little bit more. So I'm going to be doing that really quick. She didn't have too much makeup on her lid. It was more focused on the lip since she had more of a vampy lip. And it's really trendy right now for fall. So we are going to be putting this. So this is a bronzy goldish look that she had. There was not much of a smoky eye, so I'm just going to keep it simple on the lids. And then we're going to go in with a blending brush, and I'm going to be using this transition color that I actually really like using for any makeup looks. And then I'm going to just be creasing the eye just a teeny bit. So this is basically how it's looking like so far. The lids are covered in gold, and then we're going to move on to foundation and everything else. But before we do that, I am going to be applying some false lashes because in her look, she actually had her lashes were really, really long. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using Ardell lashes in the size 122. So these are like kind of like the dummy wispies, but they are a little bit longer and more separated. I'm just going to be letting my eyelashes dry a little bit since I am using the transparent duo adhesive. But for now, while that dries and we don't take too long, I'm going to be using the Lorac Pro Mascara. We all know that Kim Kardashian likes her lashes really long, so I'm just going to be applying a few coats of this just to blend everything together. And then we're going to go back and just put a little bit of touches on the eye and then move on to the foundation. I'm going to get the concealer and then just conceal some areas that I have just with my fingers. I'm using the Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC. So I'm just going to get a teeny bit and dab it on any areas that I feel like I need it. It does look a little light right now, but once we apply foundation and everything starts blending, then it is going to match my skin color. So I'm going to move on to foundation. I am using the L'Oreal True Match foundation in the color W7. This is actually one of my favorite drugstore foundations, and I really like to just apply it with my finger just because I don't like applying too much foundation. And then I put a little bit more on my forehead and around my nose area. And then I start blending it with my beauty blender. And from there, I move on and see if I need any more foundation. If I do apply more, but I don't want to look like it's caked on way too much. So now that we have our foundation, I like to go in with a concealer, which is a Pro Longwear concealer, and I like to highlight a lot, especially when I'm doing a Kim Kardashian look. And the Prep and Prime pens are usually the ones that I use from MAC Cosmetics, but I am going to go with a color that's a little bit yellow. So I'm using Bright Forecast, and it's really cool. There's retractable pens. So I'm going to be putting that underneath. It's going to look like a lot, just warning you guys. I'm going to be putting it on the bottoms of my eyes. And this is going to highlight. We're going to get that really highlighted face that she really likes. And her makeup artists really like doing a crazy highlight on her face. So I'm going to be putting this. And then just to be safe, I always go in with the Pro Longwear Concealer and just apply a teeny bit because the Pro Longwear Concealer actually helps with any creases. So I like to apply that underneath too. And now we're gonna just be blending everything together. I'm gonna be using this Kabuki brush just to blend that harsh line that I have. And this is an extremely dark bronzer. So we're gonna go in with a fluffy brush, a huge powder brush, and we're just gonna blend everything together. I'm gonna move on to my lips. And I am using this Burgundy lip liner by MAC. I really like using this, especially with any vampy lips. So we're just gonna be lining our lips. Then I'm gonna fix everything just with the lip liner. So I'm just gonna be mixing everything together just to make sure that I don't have any harsh lines. And we're pretty much done.